Sometimes I like to do this thing where I go down memory lane and I talk about shit that happened in my past. And, that's kind of funny and kind of not, but kind of cruel and funny. And I had this aunt that's close to 80 now. She was an old whore back in her day, let me tell you. Well, we were both hairdressers in Louisiana. I owned my salon, she owned hers, and we both did, oil money people socialize and shit. Just we did have some rich customers and clients. Anyway, though, I didn't let people know that I had HIV back then, 30 years ago. Just like she didn't let people know that she gave a son up for adoption when she was 15 and she had 8 husbands. Well, the family, we lost count of how many husbands she had because everything she owned, it was because she would marry a man with money and then she would divorce him and take half his shit because that's the kind of woman she was, my Aunt Faye. While she would post stuff on Facebook or whatever, or stand up against gay rights and everything else, while she worked side by side with gay men in the hair salon and in the hair business. But she was evangelical and she was just a raging old nasty cunt with a facelift stretched back with the Mar-a-Lago face. Okay, now I'm just going to lay that down for you. Like I said, it was that time. You just don't tell anybody back then that you're HIV positive because it can destroy your business back then. Now, not so much. But plus, I'm retired. Now, Michelle, I laid that down to say this. She calls me. She proceeded to call me at my salon. And she says, Boudreaux. She didn't say Boudreaux. She says, she named out the lady. She's some socialite bitch from oil company, oil money. She was doing some fundraiser thing. She was doing something also with the kids at a high school. Wanted to know if I wanted to speak because they were speaking up on safe sex and needed somebody to speak and thought that I would want to tell my story about my HIV. And she told her client all about me, her nephew who had HIV, and how that maybe because of my past that I would want to talk about my promiscuity and the importance of abstinence and waiting till marriage. Well, I'm like, you want me to go in front of high school kids and talk about abstinence when I absolutely know who I contracted the virus from? Well, I bit my tongue because the wheels started fucking turning. If you know me, you fucking know me. I'm an evil little bitch. I said, why certainly, Aunt Faye, have her call me. We'll have dialogue. And boy, did we. Miss So-and-so, who I will not name, called me. She started going into how she would just love to have me talk to these kids and talk to them about the importance of abstinence and waiting for marriage. And I told her, I said, you know what? I probably would have waited for marriage had I had that opportunity, but it's not legal for me. So now that we can just skip right over that and get through the bigotry of this, I said, I would be more than happy to go and talk to these kids, but not about abstinence. I will talk to them about the importance of safe sex. However, would you please call my aunt and talk to her too and see if she will talk to them about the importance of safe sex and keeping her legs closed since she had to give up a child for adoption at 15 years old because she was whoring around. And also, maybe one day she'll find out who the father of that fucking child is. And then when that child did come to, you know, reunite with her at 19 years old, he asked her why. Why would you put me up for adoption? Then she got mad because he was being needy and tossed him back out of her life. Ask her why she's that way and ask her why she got married well, the family lost count after 8 times. Ask her why she did that. And, she's such an evangelical Christian. See if she'll want to share some of those stories and talk to the kids about the importance of abstinence while she keeps fucking so many men. Um, and by the way, I know exactly where I got my HIV from, but she didn't know who banged that baby into her womb. So can you just please call my aunt and see if she will walk up on that platform with me? And I will be more than happy to join you if my aunt will join up there with me. Oh, needless to say, the woman was just so, I'm so sorry. I'm so, uh, please. I said, you know what, ma'am? I like you and I respect you immensely. I said, what she did was completely out of line. She outed my HIV status, and I just wanted this opportunity to just blow her out of the water. And I'm sorry you got caught in the middle of this, but go ahead, call her and see if she's willing. I said, she did this to me. Just call her and see if she's willing to talk about the importance of abstinence and waiting till you get married so that she won't, people won't have to give up children for adoption like she did. See if she'll go up there and talk about that. See if she's got that same bravery. If she will agree to do that, then I will go up there and talk about my HIV status. But if she's not willing to do that, tell her to, I said, to go screw herself. Well, my aunt did call me and said, like, what on earth did you say to her? Well, I told her every fucking thing that I said to her. And then I slammed the phone down after I said, go fuck yourself. Now, that's one of my old stories that I did to one of my Maga family members. And it just made me feel so good. It made my butthole wet. Mm. Oh, miss that. I hope y'all enjoyed that little story. Blah, blah.